Hello, it's Johnny Campbell here, the Transition Man, and I just want to say thank you so much for taking time to review my demo video. Now, in this video that you're going to watch, you're going to get two excerpts of me delivering a presentation to a business group on personal development, but then also on business strategies as well. I'm very excited to share this video with you, and I hope after you watch this video, you really get a chance to understand the type of presenter I am. I'm a presenter that's very practical, very pragmatic, but yet at the same time, the information I'm going to share is very how-to. So no matter whether we're talking about personal development or business strategies, the presentations that I deliver, I promise, will give your client or your organization the type of information they need in order to succeed. So enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end.
Here we are. Everybody say this with me one time. Say rise up.
Rise up.
Say it one more time. Rise up.
Rise up.
And get ready to win.
Ready to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, my presentation in the time that we have is designed to give you some strategies, some ideas on how to be a much more effective networker so you can generate more leads, more sales, and more opportunities. Now, would anyone in the room here be offended if we talk about money? Would anyone be offended?
Money.
Okay, we're going to talk about money. Everybody say money.
Money.
You got to say money again.
Money.
But that's what it's about. When you start to network at a high level, it is about the exchange of revenue between you and between them. Now, before I was a professional speaker for over 14 years, I spent a little over 10 years in the sexy and exciting world of insurance, everyone. Now, I know what you're saying, wow, insurance. Well, I spent over 10 years there, 5 downsizings and mergers during that time period. 5 downsizings and mergers. On the 5th downsizing, they phased out my job. When they phased out my job, I made a decision right there. I said, no one will ever be able to have the power to take away my income. No one will ever be able to take away what I value the most. No one will ever be able to control my own personal destiny. So after that 10 years, I started going on the road and speaking. And as I began to speak, opportunities started to occur because I was out in front of individuals, networking, making connections. And while making these connections, I bumped into a lady who was a movie producer. And this movie producer, she came up to me and she said, Johnny, you know what? We believe that we could make you a star in Hollywood. And I said, wow, that'd be kind of cool to be a star. And then she looked at me and she said, I've got a question for you. Have you ever acted before? And I looked at her and I said, well, I acted like I like going to work for the last 10 years. I think that qualifies me. Don't you think everyone does that at times? You just pretend to go to work, put on a great show. Well, over that time period, I started doing these little movies here. And I was always an extra. It was never anything major. But in Chicago, I was actually in a movie called The Breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. Anyone ever heard of that one before?
Yeah.
Well, there's a Wrigley baseball scene where Vince Vaughn for the first time sees Jennifer Aniston, and she takes a hot dog and he passes it lovingly down the aisle to her. And if you look real close, you can see my waist right in the middle. I'm a star now. I went back to the agent again. I said, that was cool, but I need other opportunities to do something better. She said, don't worry. We've got you figured out now, Johnny Campbell. I said, you got me figured out. She said, yes. She said, there's a TV series coming out. You'll be perfect for it. It's called Prison Break. Anyone ever heard of Prison Break before? I was in Prison Break, but I was an extra once again. And I said, that's fine, but I need a better opportunity. She said, don't worry, there's something else coming out. You're going to be perfect for it. And this movie actually is in your red box. It's called Let's Go to Prison. You notice I'm getting typecast now? How was that ever in? But I told myself, I said if there was ever an award for Best Supporting Extra in a non-speaking role, it would be me. And then keep me with the Oscars. I thought to myself, I should give myself an Oscar. Johnny Campbell, Best Supporting Extra in a non-speaking role. Everyone, please give it up for the Oscar. Clooney, Denzel, they're all watching me right now. Now, why in the world would I say that at the beginning? I said it for this specific reason. When I started talking about what movies I had been in, when I started talking about these things, there were 3 types of people in the room. One type said they knew exactly what I was talking about, they were going with me, they were enjoying themselves. There was another group in the room that was staring at me, had no clue what I was talking about. And then there was another group who were laughing at me and not with me. That's what happens when you decide you're going to start networking effectively. you got to find your audience. You got to find the people who are the real believers in what you have to offer. One of the biggest mistakes individuals make is thinking everyone's going to love what they have or understand what they have. Amen. When you launch a product or service, you are looking for believers in the beginning. The issue now is about certainty, getting certain in your life. There was once a gentleman that wanted to celebrate his great wealth and his success with his group and family. He wanted to celebrate how well we were having a great time. And so he brought everyone to his home to celebrate. Because he was certain. He said, you know, this is great. We've networked, we've masterminded together, we've done great things. And as he stood up there, he got a little tipsy. And as he got tipsy, he made a quick proclamation out to everyone. He said, anyone in the room who can swim across my lake filled with alligators, I will pay them $7 million in cash right now. And as he said it, everybody paused. But suddenly there was a splash in the back. There was one guy in the lake, and he started swimming hard and fast across the lake. Hard and fast. As he swam harder and faster, the alligators came up off the bottom of the lake. And as they came up off the bottom of the lake, they started cruising next to him, bumping into him, pulling at him. He kept swimming harder and faster. Has anyone watched the Discovery Channel and seen the alligators, actually see the alligators and the antelope crossing the river? You ever see that? Yep. Not all of the antelope make it across. You do realize it, right? A few have to take one for the team. You do know that, right? For the rest of us, somebody's got to take one. Well, he swims harder, he swims faster, harder, faster. They bump, they pull, but he keeps swimming. He gets all the way across to the other side. Bloody, bruised, and banged up, he starts to walk around the lake. And as he walks around this lake, the guy standing there who made the offer stares at him. And the guy keeps walking around and they start making eye contact. And as they make eye contact, the guy walks all the way around to the very front. And then he looks up at him, the guy looks down at him. The guy says, how in the world did you do it, son? The guy looks up and says, before I tell you how I did it, who pushed me in? Now let's analyze that really quick. You got $7 million coming to you, and your first question is, who pushed me in? Mine would be, I'll take that in 10s and 20s, please. I got things to do tonight. Who pushed me in? You know, in business, sometimes we get pushed into situations that we just don't want to be in. Sometimes we have bad customers. Do you agree, everybody? Yes. Bad customers and difficult people. Would you not agree? So show of hands, how many people have someone difficult in their life right now? Show of hands. Okay, all right, put your hands. I know who you guys are. Now, if you got someone difficult in your life, you're not sitting next to them right now, are you? Well, no, if you are, don't point at them. Now, I want you to know something else here. I want you to know I appreciate those that participated. There's always people in the room that go, Johnny, I don't have anyone difficult in my life. Because it's you. You are the difficult person. It's you. If there's no one difficult, we're all dealing with your stuff right now. Everybody got someone difficult. You got difficult customers. You got difficult people holding you back, not allowing you to get where you need to go. It's because you're listening to them. You're allowing doubts, worries, and fears to slow you down. You're allowing doubts, worries, and fears to slow you down. You will always have difficult people in your life. And the more difficult people you have in your life, as you go up, that's a sign of something that you're doing. That's a sign of a breakthrough about to happen. Yep. Every time you get a lot of difficult people telling you what you can't do, you're on the way to a breakthrough at that moment. And that's why you got to lean into it at that time. You can't lean back, you got to lean into it at that moment. Because difficult people will always be with us. There'll always be people that question you and doubt you, and they look at you from where you used to be and not where you're going. I see that over and over again. Some individual, bright, talented, they're in a new place, but their family sees them in the same old place they've been. Sometimes your gifts and your talents will make room for you, but you've got to allow them to make room. And when they make room, they sometimes move people out of your life. When your gifts and talents are strong, they make room. And they make room for the right people to be there. If you're going to network, once again, know what you have to offer people, know who you're really trying to reach, and understand what true value you have to offer people. Because this is where it starts at. People buy before they pay. Say it out loud. People buy before they pay. People buy before they pay. They have to buy into you before they'll ever pay you a nickel. You have to believe that what you have is the solution. You have to believe so heartily that you have the cure for what is ailing them right now. You have to speak with that level of conviction if you are going to convert them into a sale. If you are unsure of yourself, you will not make a sale. That's right. But if you are confident and you believe in what you have, and it's going to make a difference in their lives. It's going to make a difference. That is when sales occur. People will give you money because they believe in you.
Well, there you have it. There was a few small snippets of what I'm able to do for your group. If you book me for your next upcoming event, I promise to give them a practical, pragmatic way to achieve more success both in their personal life and in their professional life. Now, as you saw in the videos, I will make sure to make them laugh, but more importantly, I will also help them to think in new and different ways, which is going to give your organization a great big push forward and a bump up. If you give me this opportunity to do this work once again, I promise to give you all that I am, because I truly believe what I have to offer will give your organization the type of lift it needs so that it can succeed, no matter what we're talking about. Change, difficult people, sales, marketing, achieving better results, boosting morale, any one of those areas, I am more than happy to serve you. So I wish you all the best in your success, and I look forward to serving your organization in the near future.